Hello everyone, Chocolo here for another video review. This is on the Thornton's 5 Billionaire Brownie Fingers. They're new, look at that, new. Yes, I think they might only be exclusive to Tesco, I'm not sure, I think so. Basically there's a few things I've seen in Asda and perhaps other places, but I've not seen these ones in there in Asda, so only in Tesco, so yeah. So there we go, look at that, they look very, very indulgent, don't they? Look at, what does it say? Indulgent chocolate brownie layered with creamy chocolate caramel and topped with smooth milk chocolate. So look at that, they've got like a caramel layer in as well. So they are literally like sort of millionaire bites basically, which I have to review as well. The Thornton's version. So that's what they're sort of based on. Yeah, these like sort of, they're called millionaire bites, I think, normally, those things. So basically it's a caramel layer with a sort of biscuit bottom covered with a chocolate layer on top. And they've kind of basically just put that sort of chocolate layer and caramel layer in as well with the brownie bottom. So it looks very, very indulgent. Look at that. Oh yes, ooh. Yes, time to kiss it. I think I will. Mwah. It looks very tasty. So we'll see. Hopefully I'm not going to be let down. We'll see. So let's have a look. What does it say on the back? Got some shenanigans going on. What does it say? Chocolate brownie laid with milk chocolate flavoured caramel. So it's milk chocolate flavoured caramel as well. Or chocolate flavoured caramel it says. Filling topped with milk chocolate. Yeah. Look at that. Yes. Have anything in it? It says at the bottom there. So milk chocolate 18%. Chocolate caramel flavoured filling 19%. There we go. It's at the bottom. Contains 5 servings per 100 grams, 423 calories, 19.7 grams of fat, 10.6 of which are saturated. So per 100 grams, well below the 500 to 550 that most chocolate bars have. So you'd think these would be even more indulgent, wouldn't you? But I mean, they're still obviously, you know, per serving 25 grams, 87 calories. So they're still quite high in calories, but per 100 grams, not so bad. 4 grams of which are 4 grams of saturated fat. 2.2 of which are saturates. Couldn't say it there. Super vegetarians as well. So yeah, very interesting. Yeah, does it have palm oil in? I couldn't. Well, I didn't really look actually, but I didn't see anything standing out. Toffee sauce. Yeah, double cream. It's got all sorts in here. Definitely it would be higher in calories than it is for 100 grams anyway. Rapeseed oil, glucose syrup. Doesn't seem to have palm oil in it. I can't see. It's not standing out to me. Have a quick peruse. Let's see. Yeah, it does have palm oil in it. Yeah, so it's just about halfway down. You can see where my finger is there. Palm oil, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Okay, yeah, but looks very tasty. Recyclability. Film currently can't be recycled, it says. Made in the United Kingdom. Produced by Finsbury Food Group. So this is by Finsbury Foods. So it's another Thornton's one that's been sort of like, it's not Light Body Ventures, which I think seems to be the cheap, not very good products really. This is Finsbury. These ones look, yeah, a lot more indulgent, a lot more professional, I think, a lot more Thornton's like as well. So yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how they taste. So I think we should give them open first. Let's do it. Let's give them an open. Right, okay, once I give these, yeah, Thornton's 5 Billionaire Brownie Fingers, milk chocolate, and open. So, oh, look, they look absolutely gorgeous, don't they? So let's hope they are. So there's a bit of flourishes going on here. What to say about that? Well, yeah, you know, it's a pain, isn't it? They're a bit sort of low unto themselves, these kind of products. They do seem to have them a bit. At least they've kind of made it look a bit nice. You know, with it having a different colour on the actual thing itself. So it kind of does. I don't know. You do know it's going to be this big. I don't know. Yeah, it's the typical flourishes. It'd be nice if it was just a square like this. And then you actually, you know, literally could see how big it was. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Let's give it over and see what they're like, because I imagine the tray's going to have lots of space in as well. So we'll have a see. Let's give it an open then. Yeah, so... Well, there we go. Yeah, so there is a lot of space. You could definitely fit another one in here. I mean, for sure, as you can tell already. I mean, it's... Well, it tells you can, because you've got two and two on both sides and one in the middle. So you could easily have 6 in there, at least. Yeah. Okay. Well, there we go. So I mean, I'm not sure what to make of that. I don't know what to make of that. I mean, I think I do get the impression it's more about shelf presence here for sure. You know, but I mean, I don't know where to begin with this really. We could be here all day, I think, with the amount of space that's wasted. 13.3 centimeters there in the width, but each actual brownie is about 5.5. You know what I mean? So, which is 11. So you got 2.5 centimeters, well, almost extra anyway. On the ends, and then the width is about 13 centimeters, 30.2 actually. The width of each brownie is about 2.8. 2.8. Let's just say 3 for the sake of argument. Well, let's say 2.8, 5.6, 5.67, 8.4. As opposed to, yeah, so 13 cents. 8.4 for 3 of them. It's 13 and 13.3, I think it is. So you could basically fit 2 more in, you know, as the gist of it. Yeah. So, you know, we'll find we can kind of prove that. I don't want to handle too much because I want to, you know, could we fit 2 more in? Just about, you can see there. So yeah, there we go. So you could have it 5. So you could basically have at least 10 in here. So you could have another 5 here, 10, then probably 2 on either end, like that. So you could have 12. So you could have basically there's 5 in the box, and you could, I reckon, have. Let's just see if we could squeeze another one in there like that. Yeah, basically. So you imagine you could have 5, 5, and then 2 at the end, and there's still a bit of a gap there as well. So, so yeah. So a bit rubbish. Then there's the flourishes on top of that. Don't forget. So not only, you know, we've got the flourishes there, so you could probably fit in another couple for the length of these here. So you could at least, well, yeah, another couple basically, another 2 at least on the edge, because obviously these brown bits here, you know, each one is almost the width of one of them. The brown bit there. Yeah, so you know what I mean. So you could, in the actual sort of plastic sheet, I mean, of course there are partitions and things. We don't need to have those partitions. So if you just had it slabbed in like this, you could have 5, 10, 12, wasn't it? You know, 12 as opposed to 5, and then obviously a couple more with the extra space from the flourishes. So okay, well anyway, let's have a look at one of them. Let's have a look at one of them then. So you know, right. A bit of a mess now, but a little bit dry, the sponge, has to be said. Let's have a look. So I'll do the full measurements here, just a bit to stick in hand. We'll get the old caliperoonies out, but let's have a quick look at it first. Why not? So there you go. You can see there. Nice. Yeah, it's quite nice, doesn't it? Put the brightness a bit down, not quite as down as normal today. Feels quite dry though. This brown, the brownie pieces do feel quite dry. The cake does a bit. You'd think it should be quite moist, you would have thought. But yeah, I've toned the brightness down a bit. Well, I've toned it up a bit, so it's not quite as dark as normal, because I think it was going a bit too dark last week. So, okay. Height of these is about 2 centimeters, 1.95. The width, about 2.6. The length, not quite 5.3. There we go. Okay. Right, so yes, let's give it. I don't think there's much point chopping it in half, but we'll do it. I'll come from the bottom, I think, because I think it'll. Yeah, so there we go. So quite a thin layer of chocolate for sure. See, it's very thin layer of caramel as well. Just have a look at the. How does that compare to what it shows on here? I can get a good angle. Yeah, well, that broken one. I mean, definitely. I mean, it looks to be more caramel, doesn't it, on the ones in the picture for sure. The chocolate maybe I think it's thicker as well in the picture. I think the caramel's thicker as well, at least in proportion to the amount of brownie. Anyway, the brownie bit is almost 80%, maybe 75% of this segment here, whereas on the picture it's about 60, isn't it? You know, so yeah, definitely not quite as yeah, definitely lying about that. I don't know how they do that, because sure they would have made one and they're just showing it on the camera, so it's a bit rubbish that. But yeah, a bit disappointing with that really, because I mean they don't look like they do on the picture. You could fit so many more of them into the box, over double the space provided. So yeah, a bit dubious so far, and I'm sure but okay, meant to be quite indulgent, so we'll see how they taste. But doesn't not feeling very moist this at all, but we'll see. So let's give it a taste. Let's do it. Okay, once I give these Thornton's 5 Billionaire Brownie Fingers milk chocolate version. Assuming it might be a white chocolate version. Did do white chocolate of the shortcake bites, which I'm going to review later. That's the milk chocolate ones. We do white chocolate ones, which I'm going to review as well. Ooh, yes. Keep it out for those. Yeah, so that's right. Well, so I might do milk chocolate ones. I've not seen them. If they do, let's give them a bit of a taste. Let's have one I cut in half earlier, as you probably would have seen. So yeah, I feel like the layers are not quite as they suggest on the wrapper. You can see there. Not as bad this time around actually, because I think I did it from the side last time. Not sure, but still I don't think it's quite as Yeah, the chocolate's not quite as thick, and I think the caramel's definitely not as thick, and it certainly isn't on the sides. I think that's just where it's been pushed with the knife, perhaps. So if you look at that side there, yeah. So you can see both sides on the picture on the front of the wrapper. It's definitely not that thick there, is it? The caramel and the chocolate. So yeah. Okay, well, a bit dubious about these. Don't feel very moist either. Let's give them a taste then, and we'll find out what the deal is. So let's do it. Let's give them a taste. Not bad, Not bad. I think more moist than you think, but I think that's possibly down to the caramel. It's milk chocolate caramel or chocolate caramel anyway. It's quite nice actually. Yeah, it's not bad. Nice sort of seems to be a bit of a salty caramel. Seems to be anyway. Chocolate layer's not too bad either. I mean, it's not loads of it, but it's not bad. The cake is quite dry. There's no sort of bits in it. Or the brownie, no sort of yeah. It's just a sponge really, or whatever you'd say the brownie was. I guess it's sponge. So it's okay. I think they are quite nice actually. I think the brownie itself is a bit not perfect, as it's not very wet, or it is quite dry, but it's better than some I've tasted. I think the real sort of like bonus comes from the top really. I think the caramel's quite nice, as I say, and the chocolate layers they're all very neat as well. I think compared to those light body venture ones that we've seen with their sort of version of Thornton's products, don't seem to sort of be quite neat. Chocolate sort of, I mean, you can see it could clearly come off the chocolate, but it looks quite flat and straight, fits quite well, whereas like those other light body venture products which haven't really done that. Yeah, it looks quite nice though, doesn't it? It does look nice. Also quite uniform, quite tasty. But yeah, I think the main thing, as I was saying, comes from the caramel. I think that's the real taste of it. Brownie itself, I'd say, is quite dryish, but not bad. Not bad. Let's just give it a try on its own. It's quite spongy, quite soft, and not dry, but it's not sort of, it's more like those supermarket ones you get. It's a bit like that, really. Not too, nothing, nothing too much better than those. It's quite airy though, which I think gives it a bit of a semblance of being not quite dry. But it's really just a bit of smoke and mirrors, really. But a lot of the sort of wetness comes from the sort of caramel layer, which makes it feel like it's not as dry as it is. Yeah. Not bad though, I think it's a shame the layers aren't quite as thick as with the caramel and the chocolate as they are on the front of the box. Maybe even better then. But nonetheless, there's a good amount, and it does taste nice. Not really feeling like I wish there was more of anything else. I mean, it's not too bad. I think it would be better with more, but I'm not really left feeling that if I've not seen the front of the box. I think they're pretty good. I think I'd say nice caramel, quite sort of definitely balanced quite right. I think the layers are balanced well enough actually. So it might not work. Yes, well, I think it would be better with more caramel and better with more chocolate. But it does feel quite nice as it is, you know what I mean? I'm not sort of left thinking I wish it was there. So it does feel quite balanced really. So, there's a chance it might be too excessive if there was more of it, but you can never have too much caramel and chocolate. Yeah, so I think overall, I think I'm going to say 4 out of 5. I think for me, I think it's nice. It does the job. perhaps not as indulgent as it could be. Bit of a shame about all the wasted space in the packaging. The fact you could fit over, double what's in there in the plastic tray itself, and then a bit more because of the flourishes, which is pretty ridiculous, really. Yeah, they're not too bad, but they're not quite as indulgent as you'd hope, I think, is the gist of it. Yeah, you'd think there'd be a lot more. So if the chocolate was thicker and the chocolate was that thick and the caramel was that thick, I think in relation to the brownie, I think it might be more indulgent then, and actually, be more fitting of a better mark. But as it stands, 4 out of 5 is still good. They're still nice, but they don't taste much better than perhaps those supermarket own brand ones, But I don't think they have the caramel in. But even so, you know what I mean? If you just imagine one of those with a caramel layer in, that's pretty much what you've got. So yeah, 4 out of 5. Okay, so enjoyed that review. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the YouTube member program as well. Great way to support the channel. It truly is, and get some, depending on the tier you pick, you get some content back as well. And also the Discord chat. Be great to see you there. But either way, leave a comment or free, and I'll see you next time. Take care. We'll see you later. Bye for now. See ya.